5 ways to convince the seller to take your offer. Coming up next. Hi, I'm Erin Moore.
And I'm John Moore.
And we're the Moore Home Team at Key Realty here in Columbus, Ohio. If you're new to our page, make sure to hit the subscribe button, stay in the know of everything Columbus and suburbs and real estate. If you're looking to buy or sell in the Columbus area, you're in luck. We're real estate agents. Make sure to contact us at our information below. Now let's get to those 5 ways to convince the sellers to take your offer.
Erin, do you know what the number one thing is that people forget to do before they want to see a house?
Get pre-approved.
Guys, best thing you can do is get a strong pre-approval letter. Work with a reputable lender that can provide you with the strongest pre-approval letter that says you're fully qualified to purchase the house. Also, there are lenders out there that actually will fully approve you. These lenders will even make your pre-approval that much stronger. If you're paying the house or paying for the house in cash, provide a proof of funds letter. This shows sellers that you're serious and that you can afford the house as well. If you need recommendations for lenders, ask us. We work with a lot of great lenders.
John, do you know what else buyers are doing to convince sellers to take their offer?
Number 2, shorten your inspection period on your offer or waive inspections altogether.
In this hot seller's market, some buyers are waiving inspection periods altogether, and that's helping to convince sellers to take their offer over those that aren't waiving the inspection periods. The reason why is because sellers then know that you're not going to come back asking for additional funds off or them to repair things. And of course, that looks really good to a seller. If you don't feel comfortable waiving the inspection period, we recommend reducing the time frame of the inspection period, maybe 3 to 5 days, something short that the sellers know you're serious, but you're not going to tie up their home if there are any issues.
Erin, how else can we make our offers more attractive to sellers?
Number 3, larger earnest money deposits. Showing the sellers that you're serious by offering a higher than normal amount of earnest money can definitely help convince them to take your offer over another buyer who isn't offering as much earnest money. In the past, buyers could get away with offering maybe like $500, $1,000, just minimal amounts. But now it's becoming more common in this hot seller's market to offer closer to 1% of the purchase price. But the earnest money is really negotiable. So it's something that you and your realtor can talk about and come up with the best approach. Some buyers are even doing something that's called non-refundable earnest money. That's meaning that if you as a buyer walk away for any reason, the sellers get your earnest money.
Wait a minute, does that mean I don't get my money back?
No. If you close successfully, you get your earnest money back. It goes towards your down payment amount. John, does that mean as the buyer, I can move into my new home right away?
Number 4, possessions and time frames. If a seller is selling their house, they need to find housing themselves, right? So make sure that you are finding out the needs of the seller to meet those time frames when you're putting your offer together with your realtor. Oftentimes, in this market, sellers are actually asking for possession after closing, sometimes up to 30 days after closing. So make sure that your offer is structured to meet the seller's needs in this hot market. Erin, so I've signed away my firstborn. What else can I do to make my offer more attractive than the other 25 offers that the seller has gotten?
Number 5, offer price and appraisal contingencies. In this crazy seller's market, your offer price needs to make sense. If you know that it's a hot home and that there are going to be multiple offers on it, you need to work with your realtor to figure out what the appropriate price is to offer on the home. Last year we were seeing somewhere around like 10, 20,000 over the list price, maybe 30,000. Now we're definitely seeing 30, 50. Even some buyers are going 80,000 over the list price. I mean, it's crazy out there. So working with a realtor to figure out the exact price that you should be offering is key. And along with that, because buyers are offering so much higher on these homes, it's expected that you waive the appraisal or you have some sort of appraisal gap coverage. What that means is that you're offering money in case an appraisal comes in low. And in past years, we were seeing maybe $5,000 to $10,000 in appraisal gap coverage. Now, sellers are choosing the offers that have full appraisal gap coverage, meaning that if an appraisal comes back low, say it comes back $20,000, $30,000 under the purchase price, sellers are expecting you as a buyer to make that amount up. So the sellers are definitely choosing the offers with the higher or full appraisal gap coverage. What else, John, can you tell us about the appraisal gap coverage?
Well, Erin, some lenders will actually help you with this. So if you have a large down payment and you're putting usually 20 to 25% down on the homes, occasionally you can get an appraisal waiver from your lender that will actually allow them to waive the appraisal, okay? They'll actually do an automated value, and as long as your offer is within that range, you'll get that appraisal waiver. This will often help with a more competitive offer when you're doing that. Check with your lenders. So finding out what the seller's needs are and motivations can often help your offer be the stronger offer and convince the sellers to take your offer in the end. Also, working with realtors that are actively getting buyers in contract can often be a step in the right direction.
We hope you've liked this video. If you have any comments, make sure to list them below. If you have any questions, reach out. Subscribe. Make sure to stay in the know of everything Columbus, its suburbs, and real estate. We'll see you next time.